I lost my job. Now what? How can I take care of my family? How am I going to provide for my kids? How am I going to pay the bills this month, next month? Should I tell my family? Should I tell my spouse? Should I tell my children? What are we going to eat? How do I feed my children? Those are the very questions that I found myself asking myself when I was let go from my job. I remember when I got the job, it was in RTP, and if you're from North Carolina, you know that's a big deal. I was so excited. My family was excited. Everyone's congratulating me. Everybody's like, hey, you've made it. When you are from a small town like North Carolina and you found a job in the RTP or with Duke, those are the top 2 best paying employers down here. When you have secured a job like that, you're made it. I started making $19 an hour and I just knew that life was changing. Everything was going to be better from there, and I was so excited. My family was excited. So when they laid me off, when I got let go, it was a tough pill to swallow. So everybody that congratulated me, everybody that was with me on this journey, I had to go to them and tell them, hey, remember that good job that you guys were so excited that I finally got? It's gone. This was the toughest time of my life. So I want to give all of you watching actionable tips that you can use to help you get through this tough time. Things that I wish someone would have told me, advice I wish someone would have gave me. I'm going to give it to you today. So let's get started. The first step that I want to give you guys, and you may think to yourself, it's not that big of a deal, but it is. Mental health. During this time, your mental health is the most important, because that will stop you from doing everything. If you have just lost your job, you're disappointed, you're feeling down, you're worried, you're scared. I think fear was the biggest emotion that I felt during that time. So I want to let you guys know, meditate, exercise, do yoga, do something so that you are mentally okay during this time. When you're depressed, when you're sad, you don't want to go out, you don't want to go job hunting, you don't want to do those applications. And to do an application is a reminder of everything that you just went through, of the job that you just lost. Like, your mental, you can psych yourself out during this point. You can really psych yourself out. So don't let yourself get mentally drained. Don't allow yourself to get into that depression where you just don't want to do anything but cry and feel sorry for yourself. Make sure that you take care of your mental health more than anything. And the thing that really helped me is exercising. That's walking, running, lifting weights, bench pressing, you name it, I did it. Yoga, hot therapy, whatever you have to do, do that. But take care of your mental. All right, the next step that I want to give to you is to update your resume. You just lost your job, but you gained skills and you gained knowledge from that job. Make sure you put that on your application. Make sure you update your resume so that it includes that information, your newfound knowledge, your newfound skill. Hone in on all of it. Update it, spruce it up, spike it up. A lot of times we have been at these jobs for years, so we haven't had to look at our resume. The address might be wrong, the phone number might be wrong. When I worked in human resources, a lot of the times when we were calling people based off their resume, the information on their resume, It was the wrong phone number. It was an outdated email. So they never received that communication because the information that we had as the employer was wrong. So take this time to update your resume, make yourself look good, milk it. And also make it look nice, make it look presentable. Maybe, add a picture, do something to really set yourself apart from all of the other candidates. The next step is to start your search. Start searching for those jobs. I love Indeed.com. That has helped me throughout the years to find so many jobs. And no, I'm not a paid advertiser or anything like that. All of my jobs that I've had in the past 7 years, I found on Indeed.com. So check that out. Ask your family, ask your friends. Don't be ashamed to ask people if their job is hiring. If they know of something that you might qualify for, really put yourself out there. And I know it's a little embarrassing to admit, hey, I got laid off, but you have to. You have to do this and think about what it benefits. Think about the benefit to your family. Think about you not struggling, not becoming homeless. Set your pride to the side and don't be afraid to ask for help and get online. Search and search and search for those jobs that are out there because they are out there. My next step is don't be afraid and don't be ashamed to file for your benefits. If you need food stamps from the SNAP program, apply for those food stamps. There's no shame, and this is not forever. I know a lot of people are like, no, I don't want to be on welfare. What do you have to do to make sure your family eat? That's the most important thing right now. And the less money you have to spend on food, it's the more money that you can put towards the rent, the car, whatever expenses that you have. Now is the time to really dial back and utilize all of your resources. Also, now that you're out of work, it might take a minute for you to find employment. I would say, I know with COVID-19, a lot of people don't want other people in their car, but think about Postmates, think about Uber Eats, think about those websites that are out there, those apps where you can drive and deliver goods to people without getting them in your car. I have done this. They pay every week, usually Tuesday or Wednesday. So look into those things. Like if you can deliver food, a lot of times now you don't have to have contact with the person you're delivering groceries to. You don't have to have contact with the person that you are delivering food. They have contactless delivery. So look into that. It could be something to hold you over so you're not just SOL without any income coming in. It's something. It's better than nothing. Again, it's not forever. It's just something that can hold you by until you find the work that you're looking for. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about, it's okay to take an entry-level job. It's okay to see if Starbucks is hiring. It's okay to see if the grocery stores, which I promise you, they are all hiring. Those entry-level jobs that you normally wouldn't take would be good ways to hold yourself over. Think about the benefit that it could bring to your family, and don't be ashamed. Don't, let the pride is going to have to go. I know even with me, I was a real estate agent. And when it wasn't working out, I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't sold a house. I really need to get some income coming in. What am I gonna do? And I was so ashamed to do anything that was public facing, because I'm like, what if I go work at Walmart, or what if I go work at Target and I run into one of my fellow realtors? What are they gonna think about me? Guys, you cannot think like that. You have to do what you have to do to survive, for you, for your family, to make ends meet, so you're not facing bankruptcy, so you're not going into foreclosure on your home. You have to do what you have to do. And if that's taking a job at Food Lion, Harris Teeter, Kroger, Starbucks, a temp job with companies like Manpower, Kelly Services, I've worked with them. They hire for some of the biggest companies ever. All of those things have worked out for me. So say what you will, but it works. Don't be ashamed to take an entry-level job and know that it's just a stepping stone until you hear something from the employers that you really want to work with. Another tip that I want to give to you is to upgrade your skill set. While you're unemployed, now is the time to build and work on your craft, on your skill. What are you good at? What jobs are you looking for? How can you bring something extra to the table? What can you do to upgrade your skill set? What can you do to make yourself more valuable? What can you do to be a better asset to any company? Because it's going to be really competitive for a lot of good paying jobs out there, and you need to have those skills so that when you go into that interview, you can really wow everybody there. Okay, you guys may have noticed that I'm not saying start a business. A lot of people are like, oh, you lost your job, start a business. Do not. The worst time to start a business is when you have no money. It takes businesses years to become profitable, and the first year is the hardest year. Your business is really like your baby. You have to feed it, and in order to feed that baby, you need money that is going to take from your daily, your normal, your living expenses. Is going to take from that. So I do not think that just because you lost your job, do not take your savings and start a business. That would be the worst time to start a business. I'm an entrepreneur, tried and true. I have done it all. So guys, please, you don't want to have a business that you operate from a point of desperation. You're so desperate for the sale, you can't really market, advertise. You have no money to do that. It makes no sense to spend $200, $300, $400 on marketing and advertising when your rent is due, when you don't have consistent income coming in, when you have just been laid off. Now is the time to cut back, dial back, not to start something that's really going to require more time, more attention, more money. Do not start a business during this time. It is the worst thing that you can do. I don't care who says otherwise. I'm here to tell you, don't do it. Those are my tips on what to do when you have just lost your job, and I hope this helps, guys. I know what it's like to be in that position. I've been there. I have been there. So, and it does get better. It gets better, and when you come out, you will be so much stronger for everything that you've been through, and you're going to be hungry. You're going to be that go-getter that you always knew you were. Tough times, bills, diamonds, baby. It is time. It's go time. I'll say that. It's go time. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you for taking the time, and I hope these tips, these resources are really helping you. Drop comments below to let me know what other tips or what other things have worked for you. If you have lost your job, if you have experience with that, what did you do? How did you find your way? Tips, resources, links to jobs that you know are hiring, leave them in the comments, because you never know who might be looking and who might need that information, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Mwah.